Greetings, parents. My name is Mr. Hoskins. It's a pleasure to have your son or daughter in my AP World History class. Your child is in good hands. I've been teaching at the high school for 20 years, and I'm also a member of the community here in Half Moon Bay town since 2006. It is my job to be their guide on an historical journey that begins over 1,000 years ago up to the present. I have two overarching goals. One, to give students the skills and knowledge they need from a great history course, regardless of the AP test. And two, to gear the work, though, to give them the best chance to succeed on the AP test in May. After this year, if my students can read a good old-fashioned newspaper and make sense of their world and tell real news from fake news because they have historical knowledge and sourcing skills, then I've succeeded. Your son or daughter was supposed to show you the syllabus for you to sign for your homework. Let's take a look at that syllabus now together. Let me share a screen with you. There we go. Okay, so let's look at this briefly. Okay, the course description there, it's pretty fast. It used to be 8,000 BC, but now it is, we're just doing a brief introduction. That was kind of the summer assignment homework that students had. But the course really begins at 1200 to 1450, and it's called the global tapestry, really, to find out where all the history was and all the civilizations were at that given time. And then 1450 to 1750 to 1900, the present. And so those are the major time periods that we're looking at. And right now we're obviously in the first, Unit 1, Unit 2, and I'll show you more about that in a bit. Students have all their books and all the things they need. Grades are very simple. It's the amount of points they get out of the amount of points possible from exams, essays, projects, quizzes, homework, and so forth. Then I want to make sure that students are safe in an environment that is conducive to learning. The main thing here, I guess, right now is, COVID safety. So I do enforce students to wear their mask properly and over their nose and so forth. These are some basic rules, okay, of the class. But I find with AP students, they're not there to make the teacher's life miserable or anybody else's. They really are there to learn, and discipline problems seem to go away when students really are academically minded. Just some simple procedures. Consequence never really need to go there. Here's just what you should have signed. Okay, if you're a parent, if your son or daughter gave you this for the homework. So if you have any questions regarding the syllabus, please let me know. And we'll look at this curriculum a little bit more closely now. We're going to look at the curriculum guide. Okay, this is kind of the meat and potatoes of the course. So let me get rid of, let's do a new share and look at the curriculum guide here. And let's expand that. Okay, so with this, let's just quickly go to the skills. This is an example of the skills that your son or daughter will have. For instance, sourcing, developments and processes, contextualizations, making connections. These are the skills. I want them to leave the class with something beyond knowledge. And it's really gets fun when students can do detective work with sources. We'll be doing more and more of that as time goes on. Reasoning processes to kind of use that noggin of theirs. And like, how do you explain relationships, causation, comparison, continuity, and change? The content, you can see where how much they give. I guess I wish I could zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, just to see, okay, how much course weighting is in each of the units. You can see the units there. All right, and then lastly, the themes, okay, which are for any history course these days, they have these common threads that go through each of the time periods of governance, culture, economic systems, social interactions, gender relations, technology, and so forth over time. And then we get into the nitty gritty of the course here. Let me zoom that in. And oh, let me just go back one. Okay, right now we're in the global tapestry where we are in, starting tomorrow, we'll be into 1.4 state building in the Americas. And that has to do with the Maya, the Inca, the Azteca, and how and where that is between 1200 to 1450. Okay, at the moment. So we'll pretty much spend a day on that topic, and then on Thursday we'll spend a whole day on topic 1.5 state building in Africa, and then next Tuesday after Labor Day, developments in Europe from 1200 to 1450. So the first part is kind of very swift moving. We're looking at the tapestry where things were before 1450, and then it gets a little more exciting, but it also gets less and less concentrated homework. Your son or daughter is probably doing a lot of reading right now, and because of the way the time periods are set up, you have a lot of chapters that deal with this time period to kind of set it up for the rest of history. But after Unit 1, things start slowing down a little bit. You can do more focus, and the reading is not so concentrated. So it will get better if you've been hearing your son and daughter said, "Oh, there's so much reading to do," but it gets easier in that department. Okay, let me stop the share. So parents, you can download this from the College Board website if you want to see what they have. There are and it has sample questions, sample stuff of what they can do. It has the curriculum in a little bit more detail, which is what we're doing in there. You can, but my biggest recommendation is that you can get a guide, or excuse me, like one of the books that helps students prepare for the test, because that can fill in some of the brick and mortar. We don't have time to go through to every detail, but this can, but having one of those guides from like Barron's or the Princeton Review or Peterson's guide, they can help, fill in any cracks. And so I highly recommend your son or daughter gets one of those. They make great stocking stuffers. So, or for any gift giving holiday. All right, let's to finish, let me just get that there. Okay. Oh, to finish, the school loop is up and running. Okay, and will now be the main communication outlet to disseminate information to you and the students for their assignments and grades, which will be updated shortly. So you'll probably see a whole bunch of stuff pop up in this week. Please feel free to contact me at any time with questions or concerns that may arise regarding your child's success in my class, either via School Loop or my school email at hoskins.k12.ca.us. Okay. All right. Have a good evening, and thank you.